With us today for the first time is Nathan Hansen. He's President and CEO of Robix Alternative Fuels. The company trades on the CSE under the stock symbol RZX, and you can find them on the web at robixfuels.com, and you can find them at Agoracom. Just look for Robix, and you'll see all the great updates and information we have about it. Now, for those of you who are new to the story, why we're really loving the story of Robix, this is a company that owns a clean ocean vessel patent, which in layman terms means it's an oil spill recovery vessel designed with the capability to recover oil during oil spills in pretty rough and debris-laden seas and conditions. They think they've recognized a worldwide market opportunity, no doubt about it. We've all seen some pretty horrible things in the news and why something like this is needed for the oil spill protection industry. Nathan, welcome to the show.
Thank you, George. It's good to be here.
I want to ask you specifically about a press release that the company issued yesterday on March 10th, but before we get there, give us an idea in layman terms about why your technology is so much better than the oil spill recovery technology that's out there right now, and that we saw in use during the BP spill in the Gulf. What is it about your clean ocean vessel patent that's going to revolutionize this industry?
Well, as you said in your intro, what the vessel is capable of has only been important since BP. It did indicate that when Valdez happened in '89, but the big issue in oil spill is, can you handle rough seas? It's one thing to pick up oil off a small spill and a thin skim, but what about if the seas get really rough? Most equipment that was not best of class had difficulty there. So the best of class has been risen, the standard has been lifted in recent years, especially in 2011 when the X Prize, the Wendy Schmidt Foundation, stepped the bar up a bit. And so we're looking to be part of that best in class worldwide. We are a made in Canada story at this point.
Give me an example of, today's offerings what kind of rough seas, what kind of conditions can they operate in? And what kind of rough seas and conditions can your clean ocean vessel patent operate in?
Our 40-foot unit is very capable of handling 8-foot waves. It's comfortable there, and currently anything that we know of in competition at 18 inches, it struggles, and sometimes they have to shut that equipment down. So from 18 inches to 8-foot waves.
That's just surprising to me, because I guess you'd expect these kind of ocean spills to take place as a result of some kind of turbulence in the water and some kind of rough waters going on. So the fact that they can't operate beyond 18 inches, but you're able to go up to 8 feet, you're talking about you're able to operate in conditions 6 times worse than the existing technologies out there.
Yeah, it's a setting of a new standard, and that's our goal. The excitement, enthusiasm we have internally as management is when we're able to demonstrate that out in the waters with a 40-foot cove.
And by the way, for everyone watching, after this, you may want to go to robixfuels.com. There's a fantastic video there of a small-scale version that shows exactly how the oil and the water gets separated. It's fantastic technology. It's great to watch, and it's about 1.5 minutes, and you really get a visual idea of how it works. Now, Nathan, you put out some news yesterday that you announced that Robix is creating a new business division. It's a subsidiary to enter into the marine industry, and it's called Chorus Marine Limited. So why the name Chorus Marine? Why the need to create a new division?
Well, we are a patent. We are a startup company, relatively new, although the patent isn't new. The Chorus name comes from the acronym I was going to call it the COVE, but it is a Complete Oil Recovery and Response in Seas. So our goal is to leverage this patent with partnerships and to go forward to be able to be a complete oil response and recovery group. So the thing that we started with by creating this division was the team that will lead us into that.
And part of that is you announced the addition of Rick Carps to the advisory boards as a strategic advisor to Robix. What does he bring to the table? Why his appointment?
Rick is an interesting fellow, and I'm glad you asked that question because any product and anything that is marketed into the world has to be built from a good, solid team of people with experience. Youthful enthusiasm is great, but experience is sometimes does a lot more for a company like ours. Rick's background is that he's taken startup companies on 2 occasions, one of them currently, and he went from 0 to about 70 million in annual revenue, and that company currently is doing about 100 million in annual revenue. So he was able to work with the dynamics of the raw startup to the very integrated company in the marine industry, and is well known for that. He's a 30-year vet in the industry, lives in Montreal, Shipping Central. So that's our goal, to be in Shipping Central, building the team around Rick and his colleagues.
Well, it certainly sounds like he's got the experience to get it done. So I guess we're going to watch. We'll all watch pretty intently over the next 12 months and see what kind of progress he makes. And I guess in anticipation of that, you also announced an agreement with Raiko Steel. And what they're going to do, their company out in BC, is they're going to put together engineering construction drawings for what you call, and I found this interesting, I'm going to quote the press release, for the anticipated construction of the first clean ocean vessel. So why Raiko, and then tell me what you're anticipating, because I'm curious as to why you put that in the press release, and that sounds encouraging.
Yeah. For the last little while, since we've put Robix into the public environment on the Canadian Securities Exchange, what we have been asking the market to do is support us in a plant financing for a cove. Now that's a $2 million build. And there's this bridge, a startup company with no revenues, got a great idea, patent is really good, everybody likes to see it, but to put $2 million on the table, it needed a little bit more. So we hope to have shown the market that we're bringing some seasoned people to work with us. We also anticipate construction of that for this reason. One of our shareholders is part of the company, Raiko Steel, and for background, and we put this in disclosure documents previously, Rob and Ray, our CFO, is a Ray family. Raiko Steel is a named company from the Ray family. They started the Raiko Steel in about 40 years ago, 38, 40 years ago in Sparwood, BC. They're a full-scale steel fabrication company, and a little bit of downtime in the mining sector allowed them to work on this. They are shareholders of Robix. They're working on this on the basis of they really believe this cove needs to be in the water. So as much as we have... And
cove for everyone at home is clean ocean vessel for everyone at home, so they know what you're referring to there.
Okay, thanks. That for them, it's about supporting us, and for us, it's about indicate to the market that we're going to be here, we're working toward it, and sometimes that ability to get to build a cove without a lag time, we've kind of taken away a little bit by authorizing the completion of those construction drawings, so that we're ready to go to build as soon as we're able to finance that construction project.
Last question for you. I don't know how much you can elaborate on this or not, but what kind of interest have you gotten from around the world in terms of people looking into this technology, looking to partner with you, looking to license the technology? Have you had some success at this point in getting some interest in North America, right here in Canada, anywhere around the world?
Quite honestly, we haven't asked anyone to participate yet. Our reason for not making that request directly is that we want to put a COV, or cove, a clean ocean vessel, we want to put a 40-foot unit in the water to demonstrate it at the time when we make those requests. It's difficult to bridge the gap between telling somebody it's a great idea, asking them to put significant resources at play, and some of these large companies, pipeline companies, put $1 billion on the table to prove that they want to be there and have their application approved, but you can't ask them to put millions of dollars on the table on something that they haven't even seen working. It's one thing to show a demonstration model on a desktop, to show principles of it. Builds a small picture. But for an undemonstrated product, it, in our opinion, needs to be in the water. So that's kind of our strategy, is to put it in the water and then make the requests.
Well, Nathan, I got to tell you, in wrapping this up, I like the fact that you acknowledge you're a startup, you acknowledge you got great technology, but you also acknowledge that that alone isn't enough to get the job done. So you've put the wheels in motion for bringing the right people on board with someone like Rick Carson, starting the new division, getting the drawings going, and anticipating putting one of these vessels in the water. So I'm looking forward to the next time you're with us. So sometime next 60, 90 days, so we keep following up with you as to where we're at, and really appreciate the fact that you joined us today.
Thank you very much, George, and I appreciate being able to work with Agoracom and getting the story done in this manner. Thanks.
You've been watching. Thank you. You've been watching Nathan Hansen. He's President CEO of Robix Alternative Fuels. Trades on the CSE. That's the new Canadian Stock Exchange under the stock symbol RZX. You can find him at robixfuels.com. Watch that fantastic video. You got to see that as a small demonstration unit, and get to Agoracom where you can get more great information and interact with the shareholders. Until then, have a fantastic day, everyone, and see you next time.